Mr. Block, can I go to the bathroom?
2 minutes.
Oh, yes! Good man. Oh, yes, yes! I'm in the tube! Oh, yes, yes! Oh! All right!
Introducing Lynx from Atari, the color video game you can get away with. Well, sometimes.
Yeah. No, he would have been doing something else in that bathroom. It would have been no game Atari Lynx.
You realize who that was, right?
No, I don't.
That was a very young Tobey Maguire.
Oh shit.
I mean, do you realize that Jack Black did a Pitfall ad back in the early 80s, right?
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Mm-hmm.
He says, do it, lady. I don't understand, but hello, Hood Raven. And hello to you all. Welcome to Game Watch, the once-a-week show where we talk about video games, and nothing but video games. And sometimes video game butts, and that time was last week. But let's not talk about other streams. How are you doing, my friend Caster, my wonderful co-host?
I'm doing pretty good today. Yep. It's a lazy Sunday.
Yep. So, before we get started with some very lovely handheld games, some that may have been modified by a very, very who knew Gravediggers was so talented with a soldering iron, I gotta say. Waiting for you to chime in with a funny joke.
No, I'm just appalled that you would just lump us all together in some stereotype, but you know.
But before we get started, all that I did want to then you having a come across shit on YouTube. Then you have I'm sorry, I'm not understanding what you're saying, sir. Please rephrase. But yeah, before we get started, I want to briefly talk about Fantastic Four. So I went and saw it today. I was thinking about going to see it. I saw it at like a matinee. It was $5. But then Fandango gave me a $5 voucher. And you want to know how much it cost me? How much that $5 movie cost me after the $5 voucher?
$0.
$3. So it was essentially a $2 voucher. But hey, I saw a movie for $3. I mean, who can say that in 2025? And I released a short on it, and much to Caster's dismay, I thought it was okay. I thought it was kind of meh. Not the worst movie ever, but a bit of a mess. The movie just kind of felt like it kind of lacked confidence, very cobbled together. They just speed ran through certain sections, and then they just slowed down on one or two moments. They started speeding up again. I don't know.
Yeah, it was kind of the pacing was kind of weird.
It felt like a sequel to a movie we never saw. I feel like The Mole Man was probably the first movie, so to speak, and then this is the second movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of stuff happens off screen, and it just they haven't come across shit on YouTube yet. He says the line, "Do it, lady," all the time. Okay. I am now aware of that. Also, between this and Superman, I'm kind of noticing a worrying trend. Chris, Caster, have you seen Superman yet?
Yeah, I saw it weekend it came out. Yeah.
Okay. You notice how both in Fantastic Four and Superman they did this whole let's evacuate the city in 5 minutes kind of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like it's good. We're gonna see that more often because the last 10 years it's look at the destruction they caused. How dare they? No, it's all right, fine, knock over buildings. No one's there anyway, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Also, this movie, it threw a lot of stuff at you and never bothered to explain. Like, oh, Reed Richards has faster than light travel for some reason. Oh, they have, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It felt like a writer's wet dream to just, like, throw a bunch of crap at the wall and not have to explain it. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's kind of weird that they had that. Yeah. And then,
Sorry. Go ahead, Cather.
well, without spoiling, I was going to say, and also like his big solution before it gets ruined. I'm just like, really? That's way out there.
Yeah, like, and then also like he's gonna teleport them. This is also one of those movies that like you just think about it for like a split second, the entire plot falls apart. Like, okay, you're gonna teleport them somewhere in the universe. Are they gonna be in the Goldilocks zone? Like, you got to make sure they're like a certain distance from the Earth, so like they're not too hot, not too cold.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was trying to avoid that if that was a spoiler or something, but yeah, like yeah, that's what I thought about. I was like, the cure might be worse than the disease. You know,
Yeah.
one of those situations. I was like, I don't think you can just pop something like that. Without major
What's
ramifications.
hilarious is their second plan is actually a lot better. Like, that's actually a pretty solid plan. I got to admit.
Yeah.
They use their okay. It's been a week. Spoilers. If you haven't seen it yet, we're spoiling this shit. I'm sorry. It's been a week. They use the last teleporter to teleport him away, like to the other edge of the universe. And they use Franklin's bait and they blind him. Like, that's. But also the problem is, the movie is only really won because Sue enters mom mode, like Mama Bear mode, and basically exerts herself to a point. Like that is like literally in motherhood saves the universe, essentially.
And also, like somebody had brought this up to me before, the whole plot hinges on the fact that Galactus would even just come down in the first place.
Yeah.
Because Galactus don't really, he don't really go to the planets or land on the planets that he's consuming usually.
I mean, he wants Franklin Richards. That's the only thing. Is he
Yeah.
wants that child to cure him of his hunger. But also they don't explain it. Like, does he like pass on his hunger to Franklin? Like, they don't really explain.
I think that's what it was. He was gonna pass on his hunger to Franklin because he has the power cosmic somehow. You know.
Well, Franklin in the comics is like one of the most. Franklin is literally the most powerful entity in like fiction. And by the way, yes, Wanda stands. Franklin can defeat Wanda very easily because yes, Wanda is a reality warper, but like Franklin can warp multiverses.
Yeah. Actually, Franklin was the one who restored the universe after it was completely destroyed. I think what was it, the incursion storyline?
Something like that. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
like all the other reality warpers, like he wants to make Galactus his herald. Like he is like Dr. Manhattan is nothing compared to Franklin.
well, actually, I think Galactus even told him that one time. He was like, "At the end of the universe, it'll be just me and you, buddy."
Yeah. I watched the mid credit scene. I mean, I already kind of spoiled it. It's just a whole bunch of nothing. Like, oh, 4 years later, oh, here's Doom. We don't see him. He's talking to Franklin. What's gonna happen? I don't care. I don't care, honestly. Because there's no momentum. There's no momentum to these movies. It's like, oh, we're heading towards Doomsday. Like, here's the thing. Go back and watch Phase 1. There is a momentum to each movie. Each movie builds off the last one. Even in Phase 2, like hell, the entire Infinity Saga, it's building towards Endgame, and it works
Yeah,
beautifully.
exactly.
But enough talk about crappy movies. The one thing I will say this though, it's looking like Superman might outgrow Fantastic Four, and if that happens, that is a watershed moment.
Hmm. Exactly.
Oh, Nathan Brown made it. Awesome, buddy. Awesome. It's good to see you. So yeah, let's talk about handheld gaming. First, let's just kind of say, what was your first handheld, Caster?
Let's see, what was my first handheld?
In chat, let us know what yours was as well, please.
Well, I really didn't have I don't know if this counts, but like my first handheld that I actually had wasn't really mine. It was my sister's. But I played it on a lot. It was the was it Play It Loud Game Boys?
Oh
Where they
my
come
God. Okay.
yeah,
What color was it?
yellow.
My first handheld was a red Play It Loud Game Boy. This is not my actual one. Mine is long gone.
Yeah, yeah.
But like this is what it looked like, and oh gosh, like honestly, I really want no Hooded Raven. This is a Christian Minecraft stream. What the what? Is that the actual? That's not the actual AVGN. It has to be, but like, job unemployed goblin. Oh
Yeah.
God. Hi James, how you doing? Okay, Game Boy Advance. Fair enough. But yeah, like that was my first one, and I want to buy another one. But yeah, what was your first game for the Game Boy?
Pokemon Blue.
Nice. Mine was Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3. That was my first one. Oh gosh, that was a really good game. But yeah, I had Link's Link to the Past was Link's Awakening was a really fun one. A white Game Boy Advance. I remember those. The Game Boy Advance, I just had like the standard Indigo one, like the horizontal. It was pretty boring. The Game Boy. Did you have what color Game Boy Color did you have?
I actually had a Game Boy Color. Yeah, I had one that was green. I think it was lime green. And I actually sent you a pic on X of of one of my I guess prized Game Boy Colors. This is like a custom what is it? What do you call it? Laser etched or whatever, or the hell is it called?
Oh, I've seen these. These are really cool.
Yeah.
All right, let me download it real quick, and then okay. What I really don't like about Twitter is when you download a picture, they do like small and large, so you have to like rename it. It's really really freaking stupid. Okay, so I'm gonna show the picture here in a second. Let's see here, and then after that, it was one of those. Oh yeah. I don't think I ever had one of those, but I do like remember them. So yeah, explain what has been done to this Game Boy Color.
I forget what they're called. It's like laser printed or I forget what the process is called. But yeah, it's just a blank Game Boy case. It's been printed or UV printed. That's what it is. Yeah, UV printed. Basically, it was UV printed, and it's got Gyarados on it. It actually has a backlight and everything on it. It's got all the modern bells and whistles on it. I don't play it because I have like Game Boy Advance and the Game Boy Player if I want to actually play those. But it's just a nice little collector's piece I put on the shelf to look nice. And Gyarados is like one of my favorite Pokemon. So
because you're an angry water snake.
Yes, exactly.
You heard it here first, folks. I had the Atomic Purple Game Boy Color. I know, very original.
Okay.
That's like the most common Game Boy Color, I would say.
Yeah, that.
It looks nice. It looks really nice. It looks really nice, though.
That and the teal one.
Oh gosh,
yeah. The purple and the teal are like the most common ones I've seen.
Oh yeah, the teal ones, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing a bunch of the green ones, like the kiwi, I guess.
Yeah, that's the one I had. Yeah, I had the kiwi one. Yeah. and I had I either had hard or gold on it. I can't remember which one.
I had silver. I was a silver guy. And then the Game Boy, obviously the Game Boy Advance. I had let's see here. I had the Indigo one. Let's see here. I never had an SP when I was a kid. I wanted one so bad because those things were so cool. I did get one later in life. But yeah, I just had like this is the one I had. This is like the most probably the most common color for Game Boy Advance. That's one that I had.
Yeah. Everybody had those. I think it's called like Arctic Purple or something. It's yeah.
Yeah. So he says he needs ones with Gardevoir. No. He wants one with Gardevoir on it. We know why, sir, you pervert. Okay, so I just did a quick search, and I may have just Hooded Raven. There you go. Here is a Game Boy Advance. Game Boy Advance. You there, Caster? If you're there, Caster, we can't hear you, buddy.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he wants a Gardevoir Game Boy Advance, and I just found him a replacement shell. I will say it does look kind of nice. I'll be honest. Like, this is a nice touch. I like this. This is a nice touch here. But yeah.
I got another one for you. My personal Game Boy Advance. I have metallic buttons on it.
Ooh. And Caster, if you ever want to screen share your stuff, let me know so you don't send it over.
Okay.
By the way, if anyone's asking, Caster does do console mods, so if you need anything modded, this guy can help you. Speaking of which, Hooded Raven, I just sent you a link on Discord DMs, and if you ever need that case fitted, Caster can help you.
Yeah, I actually do. You want to show them off the modded console?
Show off your handiwork.
Yeah.
Show off your handiwork.
My handiwork, yes.
Fair enough. I mean, it is a handheld, so it fits with the theme. So, this is a Game Gear. Pretty nice. Game Gear. But what is this? Does that look like a USB-C port on a Game Gear?
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier.
And let me just turn this thing on. Actually, no, I'm gonna like full screen myself so I can get like the full picture. Look how bright that is. I feel like I'm in salesman mode right now.
Yeah. And it has 2 lithium batteries in the back, rechargeable.
But yeah, look how good that looks.
That's right.
See,
awesome.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry. Yeah, it's got 2 rechargeable batteries, and I gotta say, now that like this thing is really comfortable. It is kind of like really nice. It feels really nice. How much does this cost? Did this cost me? Caster, didn't you charge me like $200 or something for like this, all things considered?
No, no.
I gave you an out. I gave you an out.
The lucky son of a bitch got it for free. No.
Caster, I gave you an out. I literally gave you an out.
I can't lie. I guess I can.
Yes, you can. You're a villain. So yeah, benefits of being a big time streamer is people do stuff for you.
Yeah, no, I thought I'd do something nice, so I sent him that Game Gear, you know.
That's not the only thing you've sent me, but
Yeah, but
I will say, did you hear that Nintendo is raising prices on the Switch One family of consoles?
on the Switch One,
So
wow,
I am really glad somebody sent me a Switch Lite.
I wonder who that is.
I wonder. But yeah. So yeah. So one thing about my lore you guys need to know is I was always a big gamer. So like, but once you get into like the early 2000s, my gaming life becomes a bit weird because my dad developed a bit of a hard-on for banning me from things, which included video games. So from about, I would say, 2003 till about 2011, I was touch and go with video games. I mean, I played video games, but if I wanted them, I'd have to sneak them in. Yeah, you're raising the prices soon. I can't wait to tell people. I can't help it. It's just Nintendo. Oh God, Hooded Raven, you're gonna get cursed out so badly. I want to say the Game Gear itself, like, I don't think it's $200 on eBay. I'm curious now. Let me go to eBay because like a fully working Game Gear, I feel like would probably cost like what 80 to $100. That's what I feel like. That's the vibe I get.
Fully working.
Yeah, because that's the problem with Game Gear is a lot of them don't. All right, $100 for all that. That's not bad. This is full, modded. Yes, a lot of these are modded and they're $200, which $200 for a modded Game Gear doesn't sound too bad actually. What do you think, Caster?
Well, I mean, you have to think about it. You got the console itself. You have all the bells and whistles. I mean, depends on who you get the screen from, but like the screen can run anywhere from like $70 to $100, just depending on who you're getting it from.
Yeah.
And then you have the battery, which is also very expensive. It's like it's almost $70 itself. They're very, very expensive, and then of course you have to you have the parts and labor for it. So 200 is actually kind of fair. And of course, if you have the skills yourself, you can just do it yourself. But yeah, I would say that's about fair, given the prices on stuff. Because you remember you have to pay for labor to do it.
Yeah, which can get kind of pricey actually.
Yeah, that's where people start getting the BS at. Because I've seen them
Ooh,
go up to like
that
I've
deviation.
seen them go up to like $300, and I'm like, hey, your job, you didn't do that good of a job.
Oh yeah. I mark down how much. I don't think it'll go down that much, but yeah. I don't know. He didn't realize they were modded. So yeah. So basically, what Caster did is all Game Gears pretty much need a recap because capacitors. Sorry, I'm like used to shorthanding it. Because like at the time, and the Sega Nomad had the same problem, and I think some Genesis is like in the early '90s, there was a rash of very bad capacitors, and I actually have another Game Gear that has bad capacitors. That was just, that I need. I actually I've been meaning to send you that Game Gear for like forever. That has like bad capacitors, and they need to be recapped at the very least to work. So like what people like Caster do is he almost got a PS5. Why didn't you, Nathan? But yeah, I think you put a new screen, batteries, USB-C charging. You do any like sound mods?
I didn't do a sound mod, but you do have a replacement soundboard. It's not like the original, but it is like a better soundboard. Like it won't go out on you. I'm
Yeah,
looking
because like
actually.
I've played original Game Gears, and the sounds used like this sounds a lot better than an actual Game Gear.
Yeah, like right now I'm looking at the prices on a retro6.us, which is the real good company to buy stuff from. Like right now it says the clean screen kit, which I believe is what you have, is $79. If you want to replace uh, the audio board, it's another 20, and the battery pack with the USB-C thing is $40. Okay, so I guess it was a little cheaper. So yeah, you can do it all yourself. You can get
If
it on the cheap.
just in parts alone were over 150 essentially.
Yeah. Of course, the soundboard is optional because if you recap the soundboard, you should be fine. But this one is actually an amplifier, so it's going to get even louder. And I think Retro Six actually makes stereo versions of the shells, and they actually have it to where they'll have two a special soundboard that actually puts out double mono through each speaker. So you'll have like basically you know how like on the one side you have the little speaker grate. Well, you'll have two on the other side, or you have one on the other side. So that way you'll have you know
Okay,
pseudo
here.
stereo. Yeah, that's loud as hell.
Yeah, and I got it
And
cranked up.
that's just a regular board. Imagine with an amped one.
Or like the pseudo stereo mod.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. These are nice. I am very happy. I'm going to hold on to this.
yeah.
I need to get into EverDrive. I need to get into EverDrive GG. I need to do that really bad.
Now, if you want to mod, like the Game Boys, they are a little bit easier. A lot of it is just plug and play. Um, Especially now they have like you might have to get a new shell, but I know there's some where like you can literally just drop a new screen into it and plug it up to the the motherboard.
Honestly,
Because
if I'm gonna get a modded Game Boy, it's probably gonna be a mod a horizontal Game Boy because those are pretty comfortable. But like all you really need to do is rechargeable battery, better screen, and maybe a fancy case, and you're good to go.
yeah, yeah, they're actually a lot easier to modify. The Game Gear is the one that you're actually going to need to get a soldering iron.
All right, Casper, you want to read this one?
How much would it cost me to have you check the caps on my N64 and maybe upgrade to HDMI if that's a thing? Um, let me see. Let's see here. N64 HDMI. I know there's it'd probably be cheaper if you want to do it this way. It could probably be cheaper. Get yourself something like a Hyperkin 3-in-1 Nintendo cable that it fits the SNES, the GameCube, and the N64. Get that, and it basically what it does is it upscales to HDMI if you plug in your modern TV. But for that, if you want, we could do like the RGB mod where it outputs
Yeah,
RGB.
you did that to
Yeah,
my Genesis.
yeah.
Because
And how does it look on a modern TV? It looks amazing, don't it?
it really yeah. So what Caster did is he also sent me a Genesis as well because Genesis does with Nintendo.
Yeah.
And basically it doesn't have an HDMI port on it, but like he did like an RGB mod on it, and he also included a HDMI cable, so I can just plug it directly into my TV, and I've done that, and yeah, it looks pretty good. I need to bust that thing out. What mods did you do to my Genesis again?
Just the RGB triple bypass. That's all it did. So it just outputs a cleaner RGB because the RGB signal goes through a bunch of filters, and so what this does is why it's called the triple bypass is because it bypasses the R, G, and B signals and puts it directly to the mod chip, and the mod chip cleans it up, sends it out, and also it cleans up the audio because a lot of people bitch about the Genesis's audio. It actually cleans it up. And what's cool about it though is if you have that modded system, if you have the Tower of Power, you don't have to do anything to it. You just hook up to the Genesis. Everything runs through the Genesis. So the sound and the RGB run through that, and you'll get you don't have to mod anything else. So you can have the Tower of Power with the same RGB output and sound as your standalone Genesis, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. And for those that don't know, the Tower Power is Genesis, 32X, Sonic and Knuckles, and Sonic 3, right? And then if you want to be really, really crazy, you could do a Game Genie, and then the rest of it.
Yeah. But if you would like something modified, DM me on X, and we'll work something out.
Yeah.
So I could do it there. But yeah, like I would just go with the RGB mod and then just get a cable, because the RGB mod is like, one, it's super easy to install. Literally just you solder it to the motherboard, and then you solder 3 wires to 3 different points, and then bam, there you go. And it costs like maybe $30 for the part, whereas I'm looking over here, Ultra HDMI for the N64 is like 130 for the mod, and it looks very complicated.
Yeah.
So
And so he doesn't have the composite inputs, but like you can buy cables that like hook up to like your console, and they're the console input on one end and an HDMI cable. That's what you have. That's what sent me.
yeah. Now, if you want to get real fancy with it, for my Genesis and Super Nintendo, what?
If you want to get really fancy, you could go into upscaling with like FrameMeister and the OSS.
Yeah. Well, if you want to get really fancy with it, you could get the Rad 2X cable. They're sold by, I think, RetroGamingCables.com. But thing is, they're from UK and they only make so many. So you basically have to pre-order it and then wait forever for them to actually. I think it took me 3 months to actually get mine after I ordered it, and yeah, it took forever. But it uses the Retro Tink, which is it uses the Retro Tink technology, which is actually a very good upscaler. So you get your money's worth. It's about $70, but you will get your money's worth. So
I mean, if you really wanted to be really fancy, you can
get yourself a FrameMeister. Yeah.
Like look at how much that is. That is $424 just for the FrameMeister. Like that is like it's very bougie fancy right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's what it does. The FrameMeister is one of those things where it's like, if I ever won the lottery, I wouldn't tell anybody. There would be signs. Yeah. So if you ever walk into Cassie's living room and he's got a FrameMeister hooked up to his TV, it's like, oh, Castor, you won the lottery.
Exactly, yeah. I will be right back. I have to switch out headphones, and I know. So just give me a second.
All right, so while Nintendo switches out his headphones, getting back to the handheld stuff. So, yeah, that era, like mid to late 2000s, was I don't really have much connection to that generation. I say that as the only console I actually have up to my TV is a PS3. I'm looking at it right now, but that was later, like 10 years later. But yeah, the console that I had most in the mid to late 2000s was a PSP. Now, it wasn't this exact one. It was actually a PSP 1000, the fat one. But I have had this PSP a very long time. At least 10 years, I think. I bought a 1000 again, and then I think I traded this with a friend because I wanted the 3000. And yeah, PSP is probably one of my favorite consoles of all time. It just, like, honestly, even just like holding in my hand, it still feels really nice.
Yeah.
Which is weird because this thing is flat as a board, and one of my problems with the Nintendo Switch was my hand was cramping. I couldn't get a good hand position. But I think one of the things that benefits is, see, this is hilarious, is this is a small handheld. But when it came out, it was not considered a small handheld. Like this console, like this handheld was pretty big for its time.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And I never had a PSP, but I you know what? Looking back, I should have got one because I know like
You
everybody
should.
and their mother had one.
Everyone and their mother had one. They were easy to mod.
Yeah.
Basically, I mean, both consoles you could mod them essentially because like the DS had the flash cards. I don't know. Like looking back, I feel like the PSP was the better one for homebrew. Because like yeah, you could get a flash card, you could pirate like, but there's more you could do with a PSP than like a flash carded DS. You know.
Yeah.
But like and honestly, I don't really mind the UMB. This is like Mega Man Maverick Hunter X, by the way. I don't mind UMBs, like, because like I'm used to CDs. You just hold them on the edge. The problem is that too many idiots would put their thumb in that little crevice and ruin the disc.
Oh God. Yeah, that's
It's
terrible.
like everything is covered, and then you got like that one little crevice, and like they'd hold it like that, and it just would ruin it.
Right. I shared in the Discord here the Hyperkin 3-in-1 cable. So if you just want to look at,
You can
show
share your
that.
screen if you want.
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, okay. Are you on your phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone, but I put it on the Discord
That's
so you
fine.
can look at it. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm gonna pull them up here.
yeah, it's $29.99. So that it's not the best cable, but it gets the job done for what you need.
Hyperkin's pretty solid, I'll say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, like I said, if you want a Rad 2X, you're going to be spending like $70, but that's like the best of the best, which is But for this is a good cheap alternative that I actually caster
I feel like
approved.
for your average person, this cable will probably do the job.
It will for your average person. For me, I'm more
Like,
of a connoisseur.
I
So
know,
it's
I know there are some people who literally will count the pixels on the screen or whatever.
I,
I'm not
I
that kind. I'm not that kind of person.
when I got into retro gaming several years ago, Jesus Christ, you don't get on Reddit. Oh my God, there was so many snobs on there sniffing their own farts. I mean, I was
I
saying like,
remember.
hey guys, because everyone was Framemeister, Retro Tink, all this stuff, and I was like, hey, well, I think this Hyperkin cable is pretty good. Oh, you like the Hyperkin cable, do you? What is such a peasant? I was like,
Or like remember when the Retron 5 came out? Like that thing
yeah,
played so many games.
yeah,
Sure, it wasn't the best quality, but for your average person, it's a dream come true. And like
and
as it just went on, it became
and
better.
and their argument was that, oh well, playing with those kind of cables and stuff, you miss out on how they wanted you to look at it, and
Oh,
you don't
frick off.
you don't get the dithering effect like from the waterfalls on Green Hill Zone. You lose that dithering effect, and I'm like that.
I am going past those like I maybe see those I barely glance at those waterfalls because I am like running past them.
But no, but you're not counting every pixel. That's what they do. You know, Yeah, when I first got in there, I met a lot of snobs, and they would dogpile you if you dared mention you got a Hyperkin cable.
Okay,
Or
I'm just gonna say this: if you want to count pixels and you want like the best quality picture, go for it, man. Go for it. Have that. You want to spend like $1,000?
yeah,
Good,
exactly.
awesome. You're like that is cool. I am in awe of your persistence. Like, fine, if you want to do that for you, awesome. That is really cool. Like, no, seriously, it's really cool. Like people who are dedicated that much. I am not trying to insult them. Actually, I'm actually in awe of like the dedication that we put into this. But where I draw the line is like the dogpiling or whatever.
Yeah,
Game. There's so many ways to experience gaming. Do it in your own way. Like there's even a divide between me and Caster. Like Caster is a hardware person. He wants to play the games on the hardware. I'm more of an emulation guy. I'm more like let's load it up on my PC. Let's get these retro handhelds.
Well, and the bigger thing about it though is we both see each other's points. That's the thing. But we still subscribe to our own philosophies, which is what you should do in a civil fucking society. But yeah, I met
both of us are valid. We're both valid in our pursuits.
Yeah, and I met the toxic retro gaming scene, and I was like disgusted. But to answer your question,
gosh, they're so toxic. Like, this is going so many ways, but my problem with the retro scene, like, I mostly dealt with it on Facebook. Like, I was mostly in like a lot of the Facebook groups in like the 2010s. The problem was your worth was predicated on what rare games you had. It's like you had to own Earthbound to have a license to tell people to shut up.
Yeah.
I have Earthbound. Like, you see this copy of Earthbound? That means I know more than you. Oh, you see this copy of Snatcher? Oh, I own Flintstones at Dinosaur Peak. Haha. The only reason I know about it is because I watched Game Chasers last week and I ran out and got it, but it's a really important game.
Yeah, exactly. There's people who have never even played like their games. They just have them. But like that's the thing. It's like I like here. Everybody who collects something has something they like to flex. That's cool. That's just part of collecting. But but that was your worth is what you had.
You want to see me flex? You want to see me flex right now? I can fucking flex right fucking now. There's my okay. This is $500 right now on eBay. Okay, like three $500. A freaking DS. Okay, here's your fucking flex right here. I'm awesome. You're not. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The moment was so ruined when I shoved it in and like the stylus fell out. That was so funny.
But like I have a 32X complete in box, but I don't sit there and shove that. Yeah, I don't sit there. Yeah, exactly. For me, it's like, hey, look at this. Isn't this cool? But I'm not like, hey, guess what? I sniff my own farts because I have a 32X complete box.
Like at one point I owned Panzer Dragoon Saga, literally one of the rarest games ever. Literally, Yeah. It was disc only, and you know what happened? I played it twice. I owned it for like maybe a year, maybe 2 years. In those 2 years, I played it twice. The first time was when I got home and I booted it up to play it. The next time a friend was over and he wanted to see it and we booted it up and we played a little bit of it. Most of the time it sat on my shelf. And I eventually sold it because I was so disgusted with how they acted. It's like, here I have my status symbol. I have my right to tell people I'm better. And I'm just like, no, I just sold it. And then when the pandemic came and the price of everything just rose up, and I had so much stuff that was just like sitting on a shelf and was worth so much money, I just sold most of my collection just because I wasn't even looking at half of it. And it was worth a lot of money. It's like, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, getting back to the handheld stuff. So I really like the 3DS, okay? So like I was out of gaming for about, roughly 10 years. Not really, but, mix for a next number. And so after I got kicked out of my dad's house and moved in with some people, I got my 3DS. Not this one. This was like the second 3DS I actually owned. First one was the, the Link Between Worlds 3DS?
Yeah, I have that one.
Oh God, it was so beautiful. I miss it. Yes. I miss that thing so much.
Yeah, I have that. It's beautiful. Yes,
I had it, and then I bought this one when it came out because Pokemon coming to the 3DS is kind of a big deal. Plus, I wanted a new 3DS because like I had that the Link Between Worlds one for a few years, and I wanted the upgrade to the new 3DS, and so I got the Pokemon Edition one. I'm the original owner of this, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, this is modded. Let me see if it turns on. It should. Yep. It turns on. This is a modded 3DS. And modded 3DSs are actually really cool.
Oh yeah. And for handhelds that I own, I currently own a 3DS, the Legend of Zelda one. I own a DSi. I own so I haven't taken it out of the box, but I have a Sword and Shield themed Switch Lite.
Ooh,
Complete about, yep, got that one. Of course, I have a Switch, regular Switch.
suck it, Nintendo, suck it.
Yeah. I have a Totodile Game Boy Advance. And I also have a Game Boy Micro. The
I'm
worst,
sure if it works, if it looks worth it, yeah.
the worst of the Game Boy family, the Game Boy Micro. It's neat in
Why?
theory. It's neat in theory, but it's not practical, especially for me with weak eyes.
Yeah, I would
It
not own
is.
one.
I love the fact that it is very portable. Uh, it's about as big as a stick of gum, but like yeah, it's just way too small to play.
Like the problem is it can't play Game Boy Color games. Like that's the
No.
strike against it. Um, like the screen is sharper than a regular Game Boy Advance. The problem is it's so small. Like let's say you're playing like an RPG, the text is really hard to read.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
So
if you're
I
playing
mean,
if you're playing primarily like action heavy games, yeah, it could be worth it. But like I don't know.
yeah, I mean it's a neat piece of history. I turn it on every once in a while and kind of fiddle with it because it's just a neat thing. Uh, but like yeah, as far as the practicality, no, I don't actually. If I want to play a Game Boy Advance game, again, I either play on an actual Game Boy Advance or I play on my Game Boy player. So
And just for completion's sake, I forgot how I got this. I never use this. This is a DS Lite. It works, but like I don't know how I got this. I forgot how I got this. Like I've just had this thing for like forever. It's got a case here. Um, I don't know. It like works or whatever, but like I don't use it. I don't know.
mhm.
Um,
Well, and to answer Hooded Ray or Hooded Raven says, okay, so you're playing a game on your 360 here. Let's get better angle on it. Tips over Xbox while it's on.
oh,
I accidentally did that one time. I was playing Halo 3 and I was like, I need to move the Xbox and I was like, let me try to set it down gently and I was like, oh god, no. Something grinded, took the game out, the game was completely fucking scratched because it grinded against something and I was like, oh crap. So I had to go out and get another copy of Halo 3. But yeah, don't turn the Xbox when it's on. It will ruin your games. So, live and learn really.
yeah. Fun fact: a friend of mine still has a early Xbox 360, and it still works.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because he played it when it was new, but it's mostly just been sitting on a shelf the past like 20 years. I am still like I'm sure if like he started like if you dug it out and I started playing out regularly, it would probably red ring within a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole red ring stuff. God, that's a bit of a tongue twister.
Oh
Pretty
yeah.
crazy. Like I always love the stories like, oh, at Red Ring, you stick it in the oven with a towel for like 5 minutes, and then it'll like resolder it just long enough for you to go to GameStop and sell it.
Exactly. Or I love the my favorite one is not for the 360, but I love when people talk about the 72 pin connector on the Nintendo or the NES, and they're like, "Oh, you need to boil it." People taking it and just putting it in a pot of boiling hot water because that resets the pins.
See, the problem with the NES is a flawed design because they really wanted it to look like a VCR. So like you do it in and then you put it down, and that's why the pins go up like that because you putting that pressure
Oh yeah,
there. Um,
yeah.
that's why
Well,
everyone in the 2010s was like, sipping the farts of the top loader. Problem
yeah.
with the top
Well,
loader is it only outputs an RF, so you have to mod it in order to get like a good signal out of it.
Well, well nowadays they make replacement trays to where it doesn't actually push down. You just slide it in vertically, and
Okay.
like my NES does that too. Uh, Mine was called the blinking light win, and it's the tray replacer. You just literally it's plug and play. You open up Nintendo, disconnect the or just put literally just pull the 32-pin connector out, and then you push this one back in, and it literally you just pop your games in normally, and it keeps a nice level, so it actually does not push down. And they actually, but there's another company that started making them because Blinking Light Win, I don't know what the hell happened to them. They just stopped making stuff and just never heard of them again. But
I
there's
mean,
a
a lot of
new
these like so-called companies are just like one person in the garage or whatever.
exactly. But if you look up like NES tray replacement, you'll probably find them, and that way you can actually fix that design flaw. Finally, and never have to actually get us another pin connector ever again.
Another handheld that like I never really got into because I never had one is the Vita. I know there are people who are still rocking the Vita to this day. There are people like who are like obsessive. Like you say anything about the Vita, Vita means life, Vita means life. You know, like they're kind of like that.
Yeah,
I think I held
exactly.
it once, and I felt like the buttons were a little bit too small. Like the sticks were like really freaking tiny. The buttons were like really tiny. I don't know. It just didn't feel right to me.
Hmm.
Did you ever have a Vita?
Nope, never had any kind of PSP or PSP variant, anything like that. Nope.
And
But
oh yeah,
but yeah, I never had the Atari Lynx, so I can't say anything about it.
I didn't see one. I never saw one in person until like a month or two ago. Actually, um,
Yeah,
yeah, they're huge. Um, I
but
don't know.
also the Neo Geo Pocket and Neo Geo Pocket Color is actually a solid
Those
system too.
Yeah, those are nice. I knew some people who had those, and yes, the stick does feel like a dream. Oh my god, this like that clicky stick on the Neo Geo is amazing.
It is. It really is. I used to have one. It really nice.
You want to talk about
Um,
handhelds? One I want to bring up is Caster. Have you ever played a Tiger Game Comp?
uh, you mean like a Tiger handheld, like a Tiger Electronics?
No, the Tiger Game Comp.
Oh no! I thought you were talking about those stupid digital watch, basically glorified digital watches back from the '90s.
Oh, we'll talk about those, but like you've heard of the Tiger Game Comp, right?
No, I have not, or I
The
may
game.
have, just don't remember it.
Okay, the TigerGame.com. Try that. Does that sound familiar?
Let me look up here and I'll find it. Tiger Game.
Oh no. I'm bringing up the commercial because like you have to see this. You have to see this, bro.
The
Okay.
hell is this damn thing?
Tough guy. Little help here. I have a surprise for all the slackers, but nothing better to do than play games and surf the net all day. Game Call! Bring those bloodshot eyes on these babies! It speaks!
Let's rock.
Begs to be touched! Wires you to the internet! And it plays more games than you idiots have brain cells! Any questions? Does it play? Idiot! Next question! How about compatibility? Question! How much does it cost? Let's get 'em!
Gamecom, the ultimate portable gaming system.
Caster.
And it doesn't even come in color.
I mean, this was '97. That was a little more acceptable.
Oh god, but kind of ambitious with that whole connection to the internet thing too.
Yeah, apparently it did.
Remember the Engage?
I do remember, but like, do you want to see what a Gamecom game looked like?
Oh boy.
Believe it or not, this is actually one of the more playable Gamecom games.
Yeah. I would say, how playable is it? Because it looks terrible.
I actually owned it. It was playable, but it was a terrible handheld. I think I bought it for like $3 at a garage sale at one point. And
I mean, if I
there was a
seen
local
it,
pawn shop that had it like sealed, like a couple sealed Resident Evil 2 games. I guarantee you, if I went to that pawn shop today, if it's still open, they probably still have them.
yeah, I mean, if I see one out in the wild, I would get one just as a collector's piece, just because it's
Yeah.
weird, you know. But yeah, the Engage was like a phone slash it was a phone slash gaming console. But what's stupid about it is you had to take out the SIM card was in front of where you put your games at. So you actually had to open the back of the system up, pull your SIM card out, pull your game out, and then put your game in. So you couldn't just swap games out on the fly. Is a whole process to do. And
What's funny
yeah, it was.
though is the N gauge was actually like kind of advanced for its time because it came
Yeah,
out in like 02 and it could play PS1 games. Like
yeah, I could. Yeah,
like that is legit impressive for a 2002 handheld. And it had like Tomb Raider, Tony Hawk. So like the N gauge actually did some stuff well.
yeah,
Like look how well that's running.
yeah. Yeah, it had Tony Hawk and it had a bunch of other games on there too. It was really great, you know. Yeah, so it was good. It could do
They
what it
tried.
promised to
They
do,
tried.
but it was just it. But the thing was that design flaw is what really killed it.
Well, a
I
couple
mean,
other things like if you notice,
yeah,
it's a vertical screen, which
yeah,
makes the
that's
game a
another
little
thing
more
too.
difficult.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
the phone stuff. They had like the taco phone because like the speakers and stuff. You know, you get to talk it like talking to a taco. There's a lot of little things.
yeah,
The problem is they eventually released the N-Gage QD, which fixed a lot of those issues, but by then it was kind of too late. Some other
exactly.
interesting handhelds is the Wonder Swan, which is a Japanese.
Oh yes. Created entirely by Gunpei Yokoi, the father of the Game Boy.
I wish the Wonder Swan had come out because
In America, you mean?
yeah, because like if you look at like the Wonder Swan color, it is basically as powerful as the GBA. Like in fact,
Yeah.
the Final Fantasy games we got on the GBA are Wonder Swan ports.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it was made by Bandai Namco, so there was all kinds of like those kinds of
A
games on there.
lot of Digimon games.
A lot of Digimon games on there. There was
Oh,
actually
yeah, look at that. That is really impressive.
Yeah. Now there is a I would like to have it just because it's a nice collector's item, but I would love to have the Final Fantasy Wonder Swan edition.
Oh yeah, that is really beautiful.
It looks really nice. Yeah. So I mean you can play games that don't really require a whole lot of text, but yeah, but RPGs, unless you know Japanese, you're not gonna be playing it.
Well, look, like I think this feels like it was as good, if not maybe a little bit better than the GBA.
Oh yeah.
I feel like if
but
if this had come out, it probably could have given the GBA a run for its money.
it really could have. Yeah, it could really have. Because really, there wasn't really anything to challenge, Nintendo at that point. I mean, you had the PSP,
That
but
that didn't come out until 04.
yeah,
And it's like in the late 90s, there was a bunch of handhelds trying to dethrone it, like Neo Geo, in the Unity Pocket Color. But like other than the Neo Geo and a couple other things, wasn't really anything. And the PSP, the thing I love about the PSP is the PSP really gave the DS a run for its money. So the PSP sold 80 million units, which actually is one of the highest selling consoles of all time, by the way. But the fact it was able to sell 80 million units during what is probably like the best selling Nintendo handheld ever, that is something. The fact that it was able to hold its own against the DS, which the DS was a freaking juggernaut of a console.
oh yeah,
I think people don't realize just how big the DS was in the mid to late 2000s. Like it was. I think the close equivalent would be the Switch, but I think it got even more penetration, like the DS, because like the DS went so casually mainstream, because like it had games like Brain Age, where you're literally doing math problems or whatever.
yeah, and also the earlier DSs had backwards compatibility with the GBA too. That really helped it out a lot.
And what's interesting is they even use that slot. Like I think there's some games that had like a Rumble cartridge that plugged into the GBA slot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they got rid of it with the DSi. The DSi was kind of like the test bed for the 3DS, in my opinion. But yeah, the 3DS is an interesting console because like the 3DS, it came out an era where like phone gaming was at its peak. Where like they were really trying to like push phone gaming in the future. I mean, phone gaming is still a thing. In fact, I'd argue it's maybe a little more mainstream now than it was then. But there's not like this like push for phone gaming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One of these days, no, please don't Hooded Raven. You will regret it. If you're gonna buy a Game Boy, my recommendation is get a Game Boy Advance SP. Better yet, get the AGS 101 model.
Yeah. That's probably the best way to go. Yeah.
The AGS 101 has a beautiful screen. See, like because like so the SP was such a watershed moment for Game Boy because wait, it has a battery backup, I guess a rechargeable battery, and a screen light.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It was just that. Right. People don't really understand. Like, they don't realize how lucky they are nowadays, where like it's common to have a backlit screen
or rechargeable batteries.
Yeah.
All right, show of hands. As a kid, who rated the remote for Game Boy batteries?
Yeah.
You don't see it, but yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, not to play, leave it on. Not to play it, to leave it on a shelf. Collect dust. It's hilarious. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Like, don't get me wrong, the Famicom edition of the Game Boy Micro does look legit gorgeous. Like, have you've seen those like pictures of them, right?
What are they?
The Famicom edition of the Game Boy Micro.
No, I don't think I have. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen that. Yeah. I've seen those. Yeah, those.
Yeah,
those
these
nice.
are beautiful. They are beautiful.
And and I guess because it technically could be called a handheld, but I do have the Game and Watch Legend of Zelda edition.
Those count. Those count, in my opinion.
Yeah, because it does have Zelda 1, 2, and Link's Awakening on it.
I've been meaning to grab one of those. I need to grab one of those actually. I would get my ass beat somehow. Dad just knew I took the batteries from the TV remote. Oh gosh. Or it's like you're playing Game Boy and then your big sister walks through and it's like, okay, you little shit. Why did you take the? It's like she's all frustrated because you took the batteries from her.
Yeah.
A small price to pay for salvation.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just laughing at my own joke, but yeah, those tiger handhelds. Every kid had at least one growing up.
I had a Battletoads one, and looking back, it was the biggest piece of shit ever. But
They really were.
It was the reason why kids wanted them is because it was every other kid had one. That
and
was
it
the
had
thing.
and it had like your favorite thing on it, like they were kind of the Funko Pops of their day. If you think about it. No. I want. And the thing is, like, they've been re-releasing them. I've been so tempted to buy one. All right.
Oh
so
yeah.
for those who don't know, if you could not afford a Game Boy, you had these.
Hey
Yeah,
guys, this is Mike from Power Rangers.
No, we're not doing that. But like, look at that.
It was a glorified digital watch.
Yes, the emphasis on glorified. But yeah, I think I had one of these. But yeah.
So, kind of switching subjects real quick. So Evo is out right now, right?
Yes, the fighting game tournament.
Yeah, fighting game tournament. Yeah, and I just want to say that I just want to state publicly that I hate Sonic Fox. That is all.
Wait, what? What?
I hate Sonic Fox.
I explain, please.
Sonic Fox is he is a fighting game player, and he goes to Evo every year, and he is an annoying shit. And I hope he stubs his big toe.
Oh gosh. I mean, there's a lot of the. Sorry.
Yeah, he's an annoying prick, and he cries and whines and bitches and complains and gets what he wants, and what makes it even more annoying is he goes up on stage in his furry costume.
Is he more annoying than Leffen?
Yes.
Oh my god! Holy crap! That is an accomplishment. Because like Leffen is like for those who don't know, Leffen is like the super villain of the Smash Brothers community.
Like Sonic Fox, he like one year they were playing Dragon Ball Fighter, and he whined and cried and bitched to play on the other side of the screen, because apparently he's used to being on a certain side of the screen. And the thing is that wherever you are is wherever you are, and they don't really allow you to switch.
Mm-hmm.
So the judges, because they've never even had that request before, because people just sit down and just play, Well, the judges never had a request like that before, so they asked the Japanese guy, and they had to get a translator for him. They were like, "Hey, do you mind this guy like switches seats with you?" And he was like, "I guess." Well, apparently that was the secret. Apparently he's used to being on one side of the screen, so he ended up winning the match, and he started acting all like, "Oh yeah, I'm the best person in the world" and everything, and he dropped his fucking trophy because he was trying to mess with it with his he wanted them to put the medallion over his furry costume head because he goes out to the stage in his fursuit, which is annoying as hell. That's a
Can
whole
you
nother
imagine
level.
the smell? Like that's got to be
Yeah,
some psychological warfare right there.
exactly. And he insists people put the medallion over his head, even though it's not big enough to fit over a giant fucking mascot head. And but yeah, he was winning. He's acting like, oh, I'm such a badass. I'm so great at this game. Yeah, I'm gloating. I was like, well, you only won because you bitched and cried. You couldn't be on the other side. So if he went on the other side, he I guess he wouldn't have been as comfortable.
If it were me, I'd say, hey, why don't you play on the other side? We'll see what happens. Like just issue that public challenge. You
Yeah, but
know?
he got up and he was like very disrespectful to the guy. Like, oh yeah, I beat your ass, and I'm just like, dude, he only beat his ass because you whine and cry to the judges that you wanted to switch sides, which is something no one does. Like
Yeah.
that's what I was saying. Even the judges were like, we never
You
had a
gotta love
request like
them.
this
You gotta
before.
love them cry bullies. You gotta love them.
Yeah. So he cries all the time, and I can go up for every time he comes on. I'm always booing him. I hope he loses.
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of esports myself.
Yeah.
The most I'll get into is like every now and then I'll watch a video about like some drama. Like
Yeah.
Smash Brothers is really good for drama. Like, did you watch
Oh my god.
the technicals video about No Cash and that whole drama?
No, I didn't.
I don't know
But
why. Like I do watch some of technicals videos, and I know that like people are watching this. Oh my god, he likes technicals. Bye. Like I am the epitome of outside looking in onto this kind of stuff. So if anyone can like give me a reason why technicals is a bad person, I would be happy to hear it. But like from my outside looking in perspective, he just seems because like the sin of asking questions. I don't know.
Yeah, no. Well, like the thing is, like, I can't stand watching Smash Brothers at Evo because I don't know the crowd is terrible. The commentators are terrible. They have no hype to them whatsoever. They're just like, all right, we're here at Smash Brothers, yeah, okay, and yeah, we're gonna play this, yeah, okay, yeah. It's the most. I watched it one year and it was the most boring thing I ever watched in my life. But the only reason I brought that up initially was because I'm scrolling through Twitter, scrolling through X here, and I happened to see that
It's better than
bastard.
the cringe that is SDQ.
Yeah, and I saw that bastard Sonic Fox, and I was like, yeah, I forgot he rears his ugly head every fucking year.
Yeah, Casser, I just sent you one of the video about like technicals did on Hacks Money.
Okay, I'll have to watch that later. Yeah,
Like
but yeah,
you want
that
you like like summer games done quick, right?
yeah.
Like oh god, I have to
But yeah, that's why I went on that tangent because I seen that and I was just like, I just get so disgusted. Just seeing him, just ugh.
okay, so this is AD games, you know, whatever. This is kind of an infamous moment. So
$32 from Brian Cassidy. Incredible blindfolded door of time skip. Here's some more money. Put this donation towards Final Fantasy Adventure. It's the best Final Fantasy.
So this will probably be my last chance to tell a story really quick. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been knitting the entire time I've been here. And I actually learned how to knit from my grandmother. Can you stop?
So yeah, like this guy's doing a speed run. Oh shit. Oh, I didn't realize we had lost you, Caster. Sorry.
No, it's all right. Some dumbass started
Oh, can't hear you, buddy. Can't hear you, Caster. Oh, and he's gone again. All right, so while we are waiting for Caster to rise from this wave, so like the audacity of this bitch right here, the guy's doing a speed run. He's trying to do intense concentration, and she just tries to like hijack the thing, and it's just like, can you stop? Okay.
Okay. I'm back. I had to like yell at people not to call me.
Oh my god.
No, seriously, I got all these dumbasses here. I got some dumb. I don't even know who the hell it was. Some random dumbass calling me on Facebook Messenger, and I'm like, why are you doing a video call? And why am I included in it?
Okay. Before we go any further, can I just like state, I don't know what it is. Like this is like some cosmic universe kind of thing where you're not doing jack shit. You know, you're not doing anything, and you reach out to people. No one responds, and you're like, you know what? No one's responding. I'm gonna go do something. Like I'll go make dinner or something. The second you get off your ass and start doing something, ding 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 ding.
Oh, I know. It's yeah. Anytime I do anything, I got somebody calling my ass, and I'm like,
And when you're not doing anything, it's like crickets. But the second it's like the universe knows you're. Oh, he's doing something. Let's bother him.
yeah.
All right, but getting back to the video, how much of this did you see, Caster?
I didn't see anything because I got as soon as you did it, I got a call, and then when I got back into the stream, then I had someone else actually call me on a real phone call, and I was like, oh my god, the one time I just need people just leave me the heck alone. All right, you go replay it.
Put this donation towards Final Fantasy Adventure as the best Final Fantasy.
So this will probably be my last chance to tell a story really quick. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been knitting the entire time I've been here. And I actually learned how to knit from my grandmother. Can you stop?
Thanks very much for your donation.
Grandmothers that I'm ever gonna have to knit with. So it does actually mean something.
So yeah, it's like, you know, she tried to hijack, and at one point they says, "Can you not?" You know, and she has to like get a like. Yeah, that's why I can't stand these kind of people.
Yeah. He says, or how about this? Don't you hate it when they have your phone number, but yet they? Yes, that's another thing that pisses me off. I'm like, you like, why are you texting me on Facebook Messenger? Text me on my phone. You have my number. Like, I don't understand it. Yeah.
Well, for my part is sometimes it's easier just to hit someone on Facebook Messenger because texting I have to use my phone, and it can either be where like my phone is charging on their side of the room, and I can literally just open up Facebook and send a message, you know, or maybe I don't want to turn on my phone or whatever for whatever reason. So sending a text on Facebook Messenger I understand, but calling, unless you physically don't have access to your phone, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I hate that. I hate that when they call you on there, and it's like, oh, come on, just call my phone, please.
Yeah. One thing like that like for me, like there are so many times where like I'm having a text conversation and it goes on for like a half an hour because we're trying to figure something out, and they're like, "Come on, please let me call you. This is like a 30-second phone conversation."
Exactly. And
You know?
I love when you're waiting on them, and it's like dot 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 dot.
This is why dating is so difficult for me. It's because they all want to talk over text, and like you bring up a phone call, like it's like they're scared of it or whatever.
Yeah.
They don't. Wow. Like, what if you block the person though? If like, but then if you block the person, that might cause like a whole other drama.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Why did you block Grandma? Because she called me 5 times in one night.
Because I'm tired of seeing fucking Minion posts every damn second. Remember
that? No. You want to go really vintage. It's like, Grandma, I don't play Farmville. Stop flooding my inbox with Farmville invites.
I saw a picture the other day. I thought, or I don't know, it was a picture today on Facebook. I thought it was funny. It said, "Yeah, I've been on Facebook for 20 years. I remember when all this was farmland." Yeah, I get that joke. That's funny. I used to have people do that
Yeah.
all the time. They invited me, like there was like mafia game, and people would invite me to that. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. Quit invite me to these games. I don't want them.
Or like remember when poking was a thing? I think you can still poke on Facebook, but like it's buried in menus.
Yeah.
Oh, if you want to go really vintage, one of like back in the MySpace days,
Oh god.
when you had like message somebody back and forth, you could always tell how long the message chain has been because each reply would add a re. So like re.
Oh
You know?
yeah. Yeah. It was a reply to the 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 reply. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
That kind
like
of bullshit.
always made sure you know when you're at the library either wear headphones or turn the sound off when you're on MySpace because like the last thing was like apple bottom king girl, you know, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They would constantly they would all you just constantly got all these every MySpace page you go to it immediately starts having like music start playing. Yeah.
But
But
I mean,
anywho,
yeah, that's enough. This became the Friday Night Frenzy for a moment.
yeah.
But uh, okay, bro, I blocked Grandma because she kept sending me those religious. Oh my God, chain mails.
Oh yeah.
That's way old. Oh my God.
Chain mails. Yeah. Holy shit.
Like I oh gosh, I remember like sitting in my living room, my dad would be checking his email, and he'd just get like a funny chain email. He'd like read it out to us. Those are the days. Yeah, this is like 98, 97 kind of thing. Oh gosh, but yeah, like it's real. Handhelds are really interesting beasts. Anyone who grew up with like a Game Boy, and then you give them a Nintendo Switch, it is so mind blowing because like wireless connectivity, like especially during the PSP DS era. Like, wait, I don't need a link cable to
Oh
play
yeah.
multiplayer people.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I may be old, but it's still a thing nowadays. What is a thing nowadays? But yeah, like also like browsing the web on your handheld. Like I remember someone saying it's like, "Oh yeah, I got the web browser cartridge for my DS." Like, wait, you could actually go to actual websites on your handheld? Like that was crazy.
Yeah. It used Opera of all things. There's one handheld. I'm trying to look it up. I can't find it, but I remember it was back in the late '90s, and it was like talking how like you could. It showed like somebody throwing away like an N64 and a Game Boy, and they were like you buy the.
Oh! I know exactly.
They were like, yeah, they're like, this has like 101 games in one system, and it's a calculator, so it's good for education. You know, they could do they could help with their math homework, but it was basically it had like maybe Tetris and Pong, and it was just like one of those 101 gaming systems, but it was just a piece of shit, you know. And I was like, yeah, that. I was like, you touch my PlayStation, I'm gonna cut you. Like, I'm just not getting rid of that. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a handheld. Yeah, it was.
I know exactly. I know exactly.
I wish I knew what it was called, but I just typed in vintage handheld and I got a bunch of crap.
Vintage handheld. It was. I'm gonna try late '90s. Um, trying to find the name of it. And then you also got like stuff like you know your grandma had the handheld that played poker.
Oh yeah. My grandfather had that, and he played like blackjack and poker on it. Yeah.
See, the problem is I know exactly the console you're talking about. I can literally see it in my head.
I can see it in my head too, and if I see a picture, I'll know exactly what I'm looking at. But I was just like, yeah, it's a piece of shit. But I was like, yeah, there ain't no way you're throwing away my N64. I'm sorry, I'm not thinking you're not throwing my actual game consoles away for that piece of shit.
Yeah, it's like clamshell retro handheld late 90s.
I don't even think it had a clamshell. I think it was like a. Oh wait a minute.
It was clamshell, the middle. Section.
I think it might have been this right here. I don't know.
Send me. So where are you sending it on?
I might do a Discord, but I'm seeing if this might have been it there because this looks familiar. No, I don't think that was it. No,
Send me the picture anyway.
All right, hold on. Let's see, copy image, put it on Discord.
Yeah. That was that was similar. It was similar.
It was similar to that, yeah. Very similar to that. Yeah.
Okay, we had the vintage handheld that was poker and blackjack. Oh gosh.
Oh wait. Was it? Hold on, I think I might have it.
What's the name of it?
Let's see here.
Let me take a look. That's getting close. What's it called?
Like the 999, like it has 999 games in it, but it's really just different difficulties. It's not really actual like 999 games. And then they were like, oh, and it also has a calculator on it, so you can use it to. It's educational on top of that. That's how you get the parents. That's educational.
The one we had with reddish purple. The one I'm thinking of is like gray.
Yeah, the one I'm thinking about is gray. Also, it was like a very ugly gray color. But it
we are thinking of the same one. We are literally thinking of the same one.
I know exactly. Yeah, I know exactly what you're thinking about. Yeah, because it was ugly and it kind of set up like that. Where it had a screen that kind of set up though. Oh, I wish I could find that damn thing.
Yeah, I see the eBay listing. Oh, okay, I found it. I fucking found it. I fucking found it.
All right, share on Discord. I gotta see this.
I found an eBay listing.
Okay.
But when I see it, this is it. This is literally it.
Yes, that's it right there.
901 multi-game system calculator handheld. It's like I know there was a commercial.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like I can see it in my mind's eye.
Yeah, I see. Because I remember very distinctively they were like throwing away modern systems and handhelds, and I was like, yeah, ain't no way. Was it 901?
It was this $21. That feels like a bit of a ripoff, actually. I'm trying to find a name for it. This is what pisses me off. Let's see here. But we found it. That's the whole point. We found it. That's kind of the whole idea. Gosh, I really want to see. I really want to see this commercial now. Mega calculator brick game. Let's see if that works. Oh, Okay, we're getting that one actually got some hits on Google. So let me plug that into YouTube. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're getting some stuff here. That's a picture in Discord that we're in the bathroom.
Like I'm looking on YouTube myself, and I'm getting all these like clone consoles, these
All
clone
right.
handhelds. Yeah, not what
Here.
I'm looking for.
Full video on what I found out about listing perfume on eBay. I will try to remember to link it down below. But if not, you guys can search Bola Buddies for that. So you are not allowed to.
Like maybe turn off the random YouTube video, lady, please. Oh gosh. So we're getting closer on this. Oh no! Oh my god!
Did you find it?
I found it! I found the commercial! Oh my god. Instantly, Cass is like, yes.
Hey, what do you got there?
It's a video game. It's over 200 games.
Cool, 200 games?
That's right. Over 200 games can
Yes.
be yours with Pro 200, the greatest bargain in computer game history. 256 action-packed games all in this one compact unit. And with 15 skill levels for each game, there are more than 2,000 ways to play. Through this special TV offer, you can get the Pro 200 for just $19.98. That's less than 10 cents per game. Play games like Space War, Ping Pong, Race Car, Shooting Attack, and much more. This new computer chip technology replaces older
Oh, I love
cartridge
that
games
game.
forever. Never ever buy those expensive cartridges again. You'll get the Pro 200 with over 200 games for only $19.98, a fraction of what you'd pay for those older systems. But that's not all. The Pro 200 is also a full-function calculator and is not available in stores. Here's how to order.
For fast delivery of Pro 200 with over 200 computer games, call 1-800-257-1234 or send $19.98 plus shipping and handling to the address on your screen.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
Wait.
that's it. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That was
oh
a
my God.
that
Oh my
was a
God.
nostalgia
That's-
blast right there.
That was a nostalgia blast. And when you said sorry, no CODs, I'm like, oh my god. That was like every one of those commercials, like, sorry, no CODs. Which, by the way, COD was cash on delivery. Which, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but yeah, that was the thing back in the day. Is basically you would have something delivered to you, and you would pay it. You would pay the guy when he delivered it to you, and that was like kind of become a scam because a lot of people wouldn't have the money when it was delivered.
Here's my COD. It's a Smith & Wesson 32.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the fact that they threw an actual game away, I was like, yeah, okay, buddy. It'd have been cool if they threw away like a now a game that we all try to collect. Like they threw away Earthbound or something. That'd be crazy. Like, wait, what are they throwing away? Earthbound? Oh my god,
Oh my god, can you like?
They
Part of
throw
me
away
wants time.
Chrono Trigger. It's like, it's better than the other games.
Part of me wants to time travel back to like 2015, 2016, and go to like a gaming expo, and basically do like a performance piece of art in like in the front area, where I take a box copy of Chrono Trigger, put it in a trash can, and light it on fire. Like, can you imagine seeing people freak out like that? Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what are you doing? You're lighting Chrono Trigger on fire. Oh yeah, I forgot some stuff, and I throw in Snatcher, Pandragoon Saga, and then I think, oh guys, the PC Resistance. Here's a box copy of Stadium Events. Let me just throw this $12,000 on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like Stadium Events at the time was like a box copy was like $12,000 or whatever. I don't know how much it is now. It's probably I think $20,000. I don't know. How much is?
Remember the Super Boy?
Oh yes. Okay, so a complete copy of Stadium Events is going for $40,000. $40,000. Like, you know about Stadium Events, right, Caster?
Oh, I know.
Did you know there's a cheaper way to get Stadium Events? International Track and Field.
Oh, okay.
It's literally the same game. So basically, the whole reason Stadium Events is Bandai did Stadium Events, and they released like the Family Fun Fitness Pad, and then Nintendo bought the tech, and they re-released it as International Track and Field with the Family Fun Pad, and Stadium Events wasn't on shelves for very long. It's one of those situations.
Mm-hmm. I'm on it. I see him.
What are you doing?
In the chat.
Oh, what? Oh, okay, yeah, I'm seeing the stuff that Hooded Raven posted. Yeah, some of those take me back.
No. There's a the bot in the chat.
Oh, he's bot hunting. Okay, you must be very quiet, chat. He's hunting bots. Yes, Caster is he's got his snapper out. He's ready for the kill.
See, how do you ban them on? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Ban. There we go. All right.
Pokemon Coliseum for the GameCube. Like, I don't think that's too pricey. I mean,
Pokemon Coliseum.
Yeah, I got price charting already pulled up. So,
149 on eBay. So you know.
Yeah. So this is what you want.
Well, okay. Yeah. Or 114. Just depends.
Yeah, people don't. You're not going to buy a loose GameCube game. Just curious. Smash Brothers. Holy crap! Smash Brothers. Wow. That is surprising. Like, so back when I was collecting, back in the 2010s, like 10 years ago, Smash Brothers Melee was $50 complete. It is crazy that this game has gotten so low, you know? Wow. This is gonna make me mad. Oh gosh. Let's see. Pokemon Red is 52 loose and 336 complete. See, the thing about like is if it's a cartridge, you can kind of like, I'm fine with it being loose. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's like the disc-based games that I have to you got to buy complete. But yeah, so that's why like with cartridge-based games, oftentimes for complete, you'll see like the complete version is like a lot more expensive. Also because as kids, you know, we bought Pokemon. What's the first thing we did? Tear through the box, literally tear it to shreds, get the game, and then throw the box out.
Yeah. Yep. That's something I would love to do, is go back in time and just tell my younger self, no, please keep those boxes.
I mean, hell, if I can go back. I mean, honestly, you know what I would do? I would go back to 1995, 96. I would go to my local Kmart, when they're clearancing out all the Earthbounds, and I would buy like 20 of them for $200. Cass, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, if you had a time machine, you can go back in time to buy any game cheap. What would it be?
Any game?
Yeah.
It'd probably be like something like Snatch or something. You know, just something that's ridiculous, like some of them Sega CD games, like Popful Mail and stuff, or a KO Flying Squadron, because they're just ridiculously expensive. Like KO Flying Squadron is literally like $2,000.
Yeah.
And all it is just because it's an obscure game, for a not a really popular console. Which is why, like, I love, I love when companies make remakes of them, but I hate when they do uh, force scarcity and FOMO, like limited scam games.
Yeah. So this is and this is the thing I also love about Earthbound or about price charting. Okay. Yeah, like what Nintendo did with the Mario Brothers collection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was kind of like I should have responded sooner. But like one thing I like about price charting is it shows like the graphs. Like for example, with what other games would you go back and buy if you could, Caster?
Oh, let's see here. What would I buy? I would probably get let's see. What game would I go back and buy if I could? I don't know, just something impossibly. It had to be just something impossible to get today. You know. What would it be? I don't really know. It had to be something that's like stupid expensive. That like for instance okay, like
Not in the face of the
like
right
Guardian
to admit.
Heroes. You know,
Okay.
because that a lot of well really a lot of the Sega Saturn games because a lot
Well,
of them
that's what
are
I'm saying. It's like
yeah
go to
yeah
like 97, 98 when they're clearancing out all those Saturn games. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
Shining Force 3 for the Saturn. That's a really expensive game. Like and get all those games for like $5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. But yeah, you can like, the thing about like price charting. You can literally see the moment Michael Jackson died. This is like Moonwalker.
Oh yeah.
Like you can literally see it's like $20.
Well, to be fair, that also happened when Elvis died. Like when he died, like all his shit just went immediately skyrocketed.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's yeah. But that's funny that you can actually see that too.
But the one thing about like game collecting is game prices have I feel kind of been starting to go down like really bad. I think the retro game market is starting to crash a little bit. Like not maybe not so much for like the really valuable games like Snatcher. Complete is 1,000. That's basically been the price it's been for a while. Like
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Look at like May of 2025. It was $840. Like look at that dip.
That would have been the only time you can go and snag it.
No,
for
that's
cheaper.
the only time you can go and snatch it.
Snatch it, yeah.
You had the joke there. You had the joke, brother.
Yeah, I know. I fumbled it.
Oh, Twilight Princess. I owned that game for a while. It was pretty fun. It was like a $50 game for so long. It's probably like $100 something now.
I managed to snag that a while back too. So yeah, definitely a game I need to stream once I get a capture card.
Yes. We'll probably stream it here on the channel at some point. Let's see here. Panzer Dragoon Saga. All right, so loose it was $722. So when I bought it, my copy was loose, and I think I paid $250 for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I eventually sold it for $300. And this is around the time it was like $400 loose. So yeah. But yeah, Panzer Dragoon Saga. Let's see here, historic prices. Yeah, you see, this is another game that like is kind of going down and up and down. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Well, see, and the thing is, like Twilight Princess, that's always been a game too. It's been consistently, expensive.
Can I just say, one of the things that really pissed me off is during COVID, when the prices shot up and everyone complaining, all the big collectors like, well, this is just the market correcting itself. These games were always this expensive.
No,
Sorry.
no, because I had Pokemon Platinum, and I watched that thing like go from like $50 to damn near like 200 now.
Yeah, like the Pokemon games were always like Pokemon Red and Blue for the longest time were like $20-$30 loose for the longest time. Soul Silver, that was an expensive game. I remember I purchased it complete for like $100 back in like 2014. But that's 10 years ago. But still, how much is Soul Silver now? Oh wait, why did I wait? There we go. Okay, Soul Silver is actually like it's 189 complete. And you know what? I'm going to say it. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Like $190 for complete Soul Silver. Loose, it's $136. I think that's a little bit overpriced. But
Yeah.
$190 for a complete because like you got the Pokewalker and all that stuff. I like given today's prices and inflation, that seems about fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I was a big retro game collector in the 2010s. That was so much fun. But I can't do it now because it used to be really fun. You went into like a Goodwill, there'd always be like something interesting there. Now Goodwill, they get anything close to being interesting, they put them on Shop Goodwill.
Yep, exactly. And they put them on their bidding website too.
Yeah,
And that's
that's
crazy.
their bidding website. It's Shop Goodwill.
Yeah.
And like like maybe like even Salvation Army, like maybe you'll find something interesting, but most of the interesting stuff never even gets on the floor because I imagine anything interesting probably gets scooped up by the employees beforehand.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
And garage sales. Good luck with garage sales because most people know what they have nowadays.
Yep. It used to be back in the day. You'd be like, "You got any video games?" And they're like, "Yeah, over here." And you'd walk out with like a million stuff for like
I don't know how many times. You do the trick. You go through. You go through there and you ask, "Hey, do you guys get video games?" I would say 6 times out of 10. No, 4 times out of 10 they say, "Oh yeah, we got some stuff," and then they bring it out and you get like an amazing deal.
Yeah.
I think the last good deal I got on video games was like maybe a few years back. I got an entire box of Wii stuff for $5.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Even by today's standard, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So yeah, I own a Wii. I literally bought it. I put it into storage and I haven't looked at it since.
See, I would actually mind getting a Wii U.
Those are going to be expensive. Wii U is going to be the next GameCube, in my opinion. The problem with that is a lot of the games were ported to the Switch.
Yeah. Well, thing is, I've heard people say it's going to be like the next Sega Saturn. So yeah, something similar like that. Yeah.
I think for some stuff, I think there's probably going to be some games that are going to be Sega Saturn. But the problem is almost all the Saturn games are expensive because most of the Saturn games haven't been ported over.
True.
And that is a really big reason why a lot of the Saturn games are expensive because the only way to play it, Saturn emulation has gotten a lot better because Saturn emulation was bogus for the longest time. It's only really in the last 5 years or so that Saturn emulation got decent.
Mm-hmm.
But the only way to play it is on a Saturn. but you either like do a pirated disc, which it's possible to play those kind of things, or with the disc itself.
Exactly.
The other problem is there's a lot of legitimately fun games that are exclusive to the Saturn, and that's not even getting into like Japanese Saturn games. You know, like there's some fighting games that are on the Saturn that are like legit, like amazing, like arcade quality.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You know, like I think it's like X-Men versus Street Fighter.
Yep, that's a good one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. X-Men versus Street Fighter. Yeah. Sorry, I'm pulling up a gameplay of the Saturn and whatnot. So like, yeah, That's fine.
Look at this.
Here it is.
Yeah, like look, like the thing is, this is what these kind of games are what the Saturn was meant to do.
Oh yeah, and you could buy the RAM packs to get like better frames, I think.
Yeah. They had like Hooded Raven is demanding some charcoal, so I feel obliged. She's doing pretty fine. Actually had her out here earlier, but I can go grab her. So, Caster, what's your favorite handheld game console? And okay, he dipped on us, but he just returned. I have the rat. Let me just. Hello, sir.
All right, so
they demanded to see the rat, so.
Despite all its rage, it's still just a rat in a cage.
Literally, actually. So yeah, she's doing pretty good. No, it's okay, Hooded Raven. We should probably kind of start like wrapping up here in a second. But Caster, and chat as well. Let us know, what is your favorite handheld of all time and why?
Favorite handheld of all time. You know, I'm gonna say probably. I'm probably gonna say the DS. I'm probably gonna say the DS. Just it was my first real foray into Nintendo handhelds. I mean, because again, like I always was playing someone else's machine, so this is the first one that I actually owned, and it was real nice. Having my own handheld for the first time, and plus, I've played hours and hours and hours and hours of Pokemon on that damn thing. So
to do, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I always max out the timer at like 999 hours. Yeah, doing all kinds of stupid shit. But yeah,
so
I would say the DS.
Realize this, but Caster is legit a Pokemon master. He maxed that thing out 10,000 times. Thus, he is literally a Pokemon master.
Well, it's like every single it's like literally every single Pokemon game I get, I always max out the timer at like over 1,000 hours.
Oh, that is a deep cut. Caster, have you heard of the R Zone? It was an attempt by Tiger in the 90s where it was like a virtual reality system. Basically, it was like a thing. You got like a flip down. All right, let me look it up actually. It was basically Tiger trying to do VR.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, take a look at this.
This is a Virtual Boy, but we already talked about that. However, one of my commenters brought up another headset from the time. This is the R Zone from Tiger Electronics. The people who made those one-color portable handhelds, and the Pokédex. They also made a one-color gaming headset, which strapped on your head and projected an image over one eye, playing cartridges off this wonky controller. Playing it was a bit rough to be sure. But hey, it was the 90s, we took what we got. This is a Virtual Boy.
So, like, imagine just walking down the street playing that, you know?
You know what? I think I've seen the Angry Nerd play that.
Like,
Now that I think
that is
about
a handheld where, like, it should just be called the Please Beat Me Up. So,
Yeah, exactly.
like, bullies have an obligation to beat you up if you wear that in public.
Yeah, you're gonna be shoved in lockers with that one.
So mine, this is going to come to the complete shock of absolutely nobody, is the PSP, for sure.
Mm.
But
And
yeah,
with good reason. And with good reason. It's a you know, I never had one, but I know a lot of, you know, stuff you could do with it. It's a solid handheld.
Caster, you need to get a PSP.
I actually I've been wanting to do that. Actually get one to kind of like, you know, see what all the hubbub was about 20 something years later, you know.
And then when Casper gets it, I tell him how to mod it, and then all of a sudden he's playing Super Nintendo games on his PSP.
Yeah.
Like, this is awesome.
Yeah, I can get what them UMDs and watch movies.
Yeah, and then I tell him that, like, you can easily buy a micro SD card to memory stick adapter, so you don't need to, like, pay out the ass for 32 gig micro memory stick. You just pay like $5 for the adapter, and then you put the micro SD card in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Actually, I can show it right now. Actually, I have one in mind. Yep. This is the adapter.
Okay.
It doesn't have a micro SD card in it at the moment, but yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I did try opening one. Oh. But yeah, I think handhelds are an interesting place right now because mid to late 2010s, handhelds were kind of done. And then the Switch came out and kind of revitalized the space. I mean, like, no handheld stream is complete without talking about the Switch.
Well, the Switch basically the two evolutionary lines that were going through Nintendo finally merged with the Switch. You know, they were trying to do that with the Wii U, and then it actually finally happened. So the Switch is actually the one time where Nintendo just has one console instead of a console and a handheld. It's all in one. It's both.
And Nintendo has always dominated the handheld space.
Yeah.
Plus, with having one console, it's more efficient because now they don't need. All right, so we're developing the Mario game for the console, and also develop the Mario game for the handheld.
Exactly. They don't have to have a Wii U version and a 3DS version. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the Switch was kind of lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
I don't think the Switch 2 is going to have as big success. I know people are glazing the Switch 2 really hard, but Christmas is going to be really interesting because it depends on if they can get like the big games out there.
Well, for me, it's like the Switch. As far as like we're just talking objectively, just its hardware and what it can do. To me, I think it's a solid, good system. What really sucks about the Switch 2 is the business practices that come along with it.
The prices, not just of the console,
the
games, the whole
that's
game
what I'm saying.
thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The whole business practice behind it is what for me what kills it. Not the actual console itself. I think the console is a wonderful console. Just the business practice with the fake game, the fake cartridges, and the pricing and bullshit, and we're getting a Tears of the Kingdom collector's edition for it, which is like, okay, that just came out like 2 years ago. It's gonna be Nintendo Skyrim.
Oh god.
Yeah.
The Switch is not gonna die. You know, Switch.
Switch 1's not going to die for a long time.
Yeah, like it's a very popular console. I do think eventually it will outsell the PS2, especially once you get into fire sale period. Eventually, imagine when they knock down the price of the Switch Lite to $100.
Yeah,
that would be crazy. But the thing that I'm kind of waiting for is when they eventually shut down the eShop for Switch 1, which will happen eventually.
yeah, and they'll force you to buy the Switch 2. Well, they think they will.
Yeah, I just think it's gonna be. I just think as much as I don't like the Switch 1, and I want it to have troubles, it's really too early to tell. It'll really be Christmas. Christmas will kind of be the big bellwether. Because by then, because Christmas is basically when the normies come in. Right now, it sold 6 million units. That's all fanboys.
Yeah.
If you want the Switch to be truly successful, also people forget the Wii U was successful at launch as well.
Yeah.
See, the problem will be is what if the Switch 2 also gets a game drought? Which let's all be honest, it does have a game drought.
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason is it's tariffs. It's because of the tariffs. That's why. And they're eating the cost of the tariffs on the Switch 2 because they know they can't raise the price on the Switch 2. They know they're kind of at the limit right now anyway.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's like $450 for that console base. What? Oh god.
All right. Well.
Yeah, let's kind of wrap it up. So.
Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Yep.
Yep. So Tuesday, we'll be doing Total Request Tuesdays. Pence will be there and Whoopa, so that should be some interesting interplay. I don't know if we're doing the Friday stream because basically I don't have a regular co-host and I need to figure something out for that. But we will be doing a Saturday stream. Yes. This Charcoal is currently hosting the stream. But yeah. And then next week, we will be doing one of our awesome franchise streams and talk about Legend of Zelda. And I did ask Batty Girl Nix if she would appear. She said maybe. We need to ask about the time frame, but regardless, it'll be me and Caster talking all about the Legend of Zelda, so that will be really cool. But yeah. Hope everyone has been having a good weekend. Yeah. So this has been Nick from the Phoenix Press. Caster, thank you, Hooded Raven, and everyone else who appeared. And remember, I can only show you the door. You're the ones to walk through it.